Hey, I'm Ryan.
I'm Drastic.
And we're here to do a little podcast about tools. So NFT-based tools that help in the NFT world. I don't know how else to describe it.
Business to business typically, or personal tools that you can use to get to NFTs for different reasons.
Yes. So the first one is SOLtools.xyz. And this thing has a couple of different utilities that are useful to people that are buying NFTs. But first of all, Pascal in Sweden, the founder is completely doxxed. Mm-hmm. He's got top level career in Sweden at a firm that does very complicated projects. So this is his baby, and listing sniper. That's the first one.
Yes, with SOLtools, this NFT is a sniping tool. I use it. Luckily, I minted two by accident on Thursday. First one failed, of course, which actually minted one. I've done this before, and I minted another one. It failed, and I went, oh, better check my wallet. Sure enough, there's two sitting there. So I'm actually really happy about that because I minted them for 0.2, and the floor right now is around 2.2, 2.4. So that was a 10x.
Yeah,
I like
right.
it. So I stumbled on getting one where I could probably sell for $2 SOL right now and get more than my money back. But I'm actually using both of them in two separate wallets. With the sniper bot, what I like about it is you can set your filters to what you want to pick. So obviously you set the price, and then you pick the NFT project, and it integrates with Magic Eden so well that you'll see it. It'll add tools on the actual NFT project on ME, which you've never seen before. And then when you do that for the sniper, you hit watch, and then it adds it to the list on the listing sniper Google extension. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So you can snipe NFTs at certain prices, certain features.
Yeah, other filters, sure. Like if you wanted a certain rank, like below 300 on a 10,000 NFT project at a certain price, if somebody like PaperHands doesn't realize what they have and they list it, all of a sudden, if you're looking for that one, let's say a mythic for under $1 SOL for this project, boom, your sniper's going to get it. So I like it because you're not just stuck with one NFT project per SOLtools.xyz NFT. So what happens is I have like 13 different projects with that one NFT. I haven't hit a limit yet because I just don't think of any more projects. But what you want to do is you don't want to put this in your hot wallet that has all your NFTs. If you keep all your NFTs in a hot wallet, you'll want a burner wallet. And the way to use this the best would be to fill that wallet with what you're willing to spend. Add, like 0.004 for gas fees, and then select what it's going to do. So let's say I have 2.5 SOL in there, and I want to buy 5 of this one NFT project at 0.5 or less. Then what will happen is the sniper will snipe until it spends all the money in the wallet. So if you put 10 SOL in there, and all of a sudden there's a crash, and everybody wants to sell for 0.5 and less, your sniper will pay it'll buy every single one of them until the funds run out. So you got to be really specific on what you're doing here. It's not hard, just a little bit of math.
Yeah, and you control how much you put in the wallet and what you're looking for with the filters.
Yep.
Yeah. So like anything else, pay attention, don't mess it up.
Sure, it's the NFT, it's crypto world.
Right.
Stuff's gonna happen.
And I can see where if I'm looking for a specific NFT, which sometimes I am, I might be able to set one of those to pick up that NFT on its lowest price over a few days by turning it on and then coming back.
Yeah, and you can use it as a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but if you've been watching OK Bears, this thing mooned for some ridiculous reason, but their floor price is like 125 Solana right now. And over the last 2 weeks, there have been two OK Bears that sold for less than $1 SOL. So we're thinking these people were probably in the Ethereum market because we hear there's a lot of Ethereum money in the OK Bears project. and they actually listed for like 0.116 or something like that. And I'm thinking, okay, that person wanted to sell it for 116 SOL and not 0.11, because on the ETH side or the Ethereum side, a lot of times when you list your NFT, you'll always start with a period because it's less than 1 ETH, because an ETH was going for $3,000, right? So for them, they always hit the period first. This is a complete guess. And then there's another unfortunate SOL that listed one for 0.246, I think it was, about 5-6 days ago. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I needed to put a sniper bot on OK Bears just in case, another unfortunate Ethereum SOL decides to list 200 SOL.
Somebody sees it and buys it, no matter what.
Yeah. And so, because I'd like to do that and just flip it, because I'd put it at the lowest floor price. Give me 190 SOL for it. I don't care.
Right.
Just get it out there.
So the other utility is a Rarity sniper. And you don't really follow Rarity all that much, do you?
Yeah, you know me. I'm not the Rarity guy unless there is actual utility under the Rarity. The Mythic, the Legendary, the Epic, there's Rarity people out there that enjoy that. And I think I'm missing the boat, but if it has something to do with like staking for more coins, of course, I'm going to go after the Rarity. But if there's a project and it has Mythic, Legendary, and all that kind of stuff, and they're saying, oh, yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with it, then what's the point?
Yeah.
But you have a different take on that, I think.
I buy Rarity generally if I'm buying some NFTs, a set of them. Say I'm going to buy 4 or I'm going to buy 10. Then at whatever price level I'm buying at, I just try to buy the rarest ones I can at that price level, because my thought is down the road, if I decide to sell these, they'll be easier to sell if I bought the rarest ones I could at the time.
And see, that argument right there is why I feel like I'm missing the boat. I may have to change my mind on that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? With this tool, I can actually now sort. I mean, before this tool, I actually had to click into each one, and I think that's probably what got me like, I'm not going to spend this much time to find.
Now, neither of us are into the mystique around Rarity or anything like that, but I'll happily admit that if it is an NFT that I really love, like I personally just really like this one,
yeah,
I always try to get one good one.
Yeah.
Just might be the one that I hold on to a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I need to change my mind on that. Now that I got this tool here, it
takes less time.
Yeah,
to
it
check
sorts
Rarity.
it all for me.
It does it all for
Yeah.
you. It plugs it right into ME, so you can see it right where you're
so
buying them.
Now I have no excuse to not snipe or not snipe, but just to buy the ones that are like are 0.1 more than the common.
Yeah, totally.
For an epic or a rare or something like
that. So embedded into ME, I think that is just a rocket of an idea. I love that.
Because it's working.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing is you need to have this NFT in a wallet to be able to use these utilities. So the next one we want to cover is pixels.so. And right now they have a Pixel Panther is the NFT, but the tagline is own a bank in the metaverse.
Yes. You become the bank.
You give the loans?
There's 2 different ways to get the loans.
You hold the pile of money?
No. Okay.
Let's talk about how we own a bank in the metaverse.
All right. So if you own any of the Pixel NFTs, what happens is the project itself is going to allow you to utilize NFTs that you have in your wallet to get access to the cash that those NFTs are worth based off the floor price. And what they're doing is, let's say I have an NFT that's 20 SOL, the floor price. I can take that one NFT to Pixels, stake it, so they take custody of it, kind of like a title company. And then if you want to get a loan from Pixels, they'll go up to 25% of the value of 5 SOL. So if
you're basically just using your NFTs as collateral,
yes,
to be able to get a 25% value loan.
Right, and this is typically to access that value to mint and to get into other projects that you see that you could do a quick flip on and that kind of stuff. They do have days. I think they're like 30, 60, 90, 120 days. But if you don't pay that in time, you lose the NFT.
That's the collateral. So who gets the collateral?
A couple
of different ways, right?
Pixels, if you staked it with Pixels, they do.
Right.
But
which means the DAO makes money, I would imagine.
Yes.
There's some royalties involved in the repossessions, I guess.
Right. And in that situation, what they're going to do is they're going to want their money back. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to sell it.
Yep.
They're going to get that 5 SOL back because they want to loan out more. Well, if they sell that 20 SOL NFT that you just forgot to pay off because you decided to go on a trip or just forgot about it, well, guess what? They could sell for 17. Then all of a sudden they get their 5 plus a 12, which is a great deal if you're a Pixel owner.
What if I want a part of that? That's the other option.
That's
right?
the other option. So what Pixels has done is they have allowed, so if you want to get more on your loan, you can do what's called a peer-to-peer loan. So that means you can you can make an offer saying, I'd like a loan for this much with these NFTs, and then somebody can take the other side of that, and it won't be Pixels. Now, I'm sure there's a service fee. It's probably small to have that happen.
They pay escrow, basically.
Yeah, they play the escrow/title company, and then based off the contract, they'll loan out, and then there's usually a percentage for the peer-to-peer. And I don't know, that's set in the offer and bid and the agreement between the peer-to-peer. So you can get more out of those NFTs, but again, you don't pay it off in time, you lose them all. So, but it gives you access to the Solana on these projects. More capital, yeah. Yep. So I think it's a wonderful, wonderful idea. And
I think NFT collectors often have ones that were home runs for them, and they don't want to give them up. They want them to continue to grow, or they're waiting for a utility to come out relative to them. And there's some other stuff that comes up, and they want to get involved in. And if it's not in their budget at the time, and they want to buy, say, an OK Bear, and they have a DE Gods or something that's worth it,
yeah,
they may be able to come up with the rest of the cash by
getting the loan and then using that loan to mint out, to buy
mortgaging that puppy and putting it in a vault, so you get your other property. And
what I do is you should treat this as like a payday loan. Hey, payday's not here for another week. I want in on this project. Get your loan. Payday comes. Get your NFTs back. And in the meantime, you've minted that project or you bought that thing. That's kind of how you should really treat this, unless you really want to get risky and risk everything, because you're giving up 75% to Pixels. And if I think I read somewhere that you could probably go up to 40% peer-to-peer. So you're giving up 60% there, and it's just, I don't know. I'd hate to do that.
It depends on how confident you are in your investing skills. And I would imagine if it's being paid to you as a loan in Sol, that could be like, one time we were in a project and a guy needed to, it wasn't payday yet, his wife's birthday, wanted to take her out on the town and whatnot. And he owned something that he loved in an NFT, but he's willing to sell it to somebody in the Discord channel that was a holder already. And somebody bought it up. And did you buy it?
I did.
Yeah, you bought
it. Was a
so he got to take his girl out, and that was a cool thing. But this facilitates that if you don't know somebody that will do that for you.
Right, and then like he could have gone to Pixel. This was before Pixels was released and has the utility here.
Sure.
But he could have gone to Pixel and easily have gotten 2.5 Sol on that, because the floor at the time was 10 Sol, and so he could have gotten 2.5, then easily have paid it back the next time he got paid.
Yeah.
But
so this thing sold out at 1.5 Sol each. Quite a few of them.
Pixels,
3,500.
Yeah,
it was 3,500.
3,500.
Over $500,000 in sales.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of set up to run a Solana bank maybe, and then utility, the 25% of value, collateral on NFTs.
Well, here's the thing.
They match up people that want to loan with people that, it is very much a bank. So I think their statement is true.
Pixels is going to make money hand over fist.
Own a bank in the Metaverse.
Yeah, Pixels is going to make money hand over fist. They're doing it right. They're doing the correct loan to value ratio, 25%. I used to be a stockbroker, so that's kind of what they do for, margin. They used to do 10%. I think it's now 25. So they're doing it right. And so with that, they're going to make a lot of money. And with a lot of money, boom chow.
Boom chow. So next up on this utility podcast is PaperHands.RIP.
Yes, this is a project to project, business to business NFT.
Yeah, both deep into this one.
We both are deep into this one. So this is, oh boy. Well, we first have to talk about the creator and the two co-creators.
Runaway.
Yep.
And Azurma. And these guys are very talented, not just programmers. I know Runaway has a psychology degree.
Yes, he does.
got a lot of education and very talented people.
Yes.
But they created something pretty cool. And this is Runaway's brainchild, and Asperma knows how to install and work with it. But Sintax, and we've heard it called in DeGods, I think.
Well,
bitch tax.
Yeah, all the discords I'm in when I go in there and I market for Cine or PaperHands here, is they always go. They're always talking about bitch tax, and bitch tax is just basically PaperHands. You know, PaperHands, the guys who mint at 2 Sol and then sell at 1.15 to get the money out because they're disinterested. They're going for the home runs, or they're going for the rarities.
So, I mean, we could use Angry Sharks as a way to describe this thing.
Yeah.
And with Angry Sharks, there was a Sintax set, and it kept the price a little bit higher because if you sold below a certain amount, it would take 30%.
Yeah, and they do that by increasing the artist percentage from normally 7.5%, then they increase it to 30. But there's a new project out. If you don't know anything about Skulls and Souls, they're one of our newer NFT projects that are going to be doing Sintax, and they're going to mint with that in the NFT contract. And the reason why you want to do that before you mint is ME could flag you if you change it after the fact. But they're going to mint. They're going to have the floor price be at 50% because they actually tested it and it worked. So
they're not inviting PaperHands in.
No.
If you're going to try to cheap sell it, if you don't get what you're looking for and don't really care about the project, there's not much point in buying it because you'll lose half when you sell it.
But if you buy the NFT, you know you're going in with that contract already written in there. So
yep. I prefer stuff I buy to have Sintax.
Oh, absolutely, because you know that the floor price is going to stay there. And then what's interesting is that PaperHands, when they see that, they actually raise their price up because then they go, oh, if I do this, I'm going to lose 30%. Oh, wait, hey,
right.
Hey, so if I do sell it at the floor, the lower end, but they eventually buy it in 4 days.
Everybody wants to know where's the money go. So when the tax is charged, it can go a few different places. It could go to royalties or the DAO. It could go to the artist or the hardworking owners of the NFT. You know, that's all dependent on the people that install it. So the business can buy a Cine and install it themselves.
Yes.
They can rent a Cine.
Yep.
And install it themselves.
Yep.
And they can have consulting from the people that manage services.
They'll do everything for you, basically.
The people that built the software will do it all for you.
Right. I've been on a few of these onboardings with these new projects, such as Skulls and Souls, and literally takes like 7 to 8 minutes to get this thing working. It is super simple. A lot of the times, the NFT creators are like, "Is that it?" And Runaway's like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Well, that was easy."
Because it's all been scripted because he did a great job.
He did. He coded it. He coded it the way it needed to be coded. It's very, very robust coding. Also, on all the projects that have been months 2 and 3, they are averaging first month 10 Sol of PaperHand or the Sintax that's going to the DAO. So that was first month. I don't have the numbers from a month 2.
Additional income.
Yeah, the minimum was 10 Sol on those 4 projects. So other projects had 12 and 13 and 14 Sol that went to the DAO. And if you're pushing royalties on your NFT project, I mean, you will actually be able to pay out those royalties because you're actually collecting enough for the DAO. So, you know.
Cine's are already minted, sold out, limited supply.
218, I think, or 288, one of the two.
And they are on Magic Eden. And I noticed there are just a few low, there's below
15.
10.
Yeah.
Below 10 right now.
Oh, yeah. There's about 13, I think.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing you can do is, let's say you buy that Cine, you do it for 8, 9, 10 months, and then you've established that floor price. You've shaken PaperHands out of your project, right?
Yeah.
Then as the NFT owner, the DAO or the project manager can put that in the rental pool and then share with when we rent these out, you'll get a monthly payout based off the rental pool. So if you have one Cine and there's 100 Cine in there, you're going to get 1% or 1 out of 100 of the pari-mutuel split on that monthly payout. So you may want to just hold it and stick it in the rental pool than selling it on Magic Eden for, 10 Sol.
Yeah.
I mean, just have it sit there and just earn the rental off that passive income without anything.
Right.
So then if you want to sell it real quick, you can.
I like it. I think most people probably like sticking it to paper hands. Anytime I talk to somebody about that, they smile.
And what's really funny is if you start talking about it, they're going to use the term bitch tax. And what's really funny is when I was in a couple of these onboardings, they're going, "Oh, you're doing it?" Actually, the members were really excited. And the ones that are excited are the ones that understand NFT projects.
They want the value of their property to be higher.
And what they do is, like, I know when I'm minting on these, I buy a couple more because I know the risk is lower than your mint and then you drop. A lot of times, if you're lucky, mint and it goes up and then it just stays up. But with Sintax, you're not going to have like this huge drop that happens. So, no guarantees, but it's a very positive thing. So
business to business product, and same thing with everything that we cover. There'll be a link to different things that you can get to find Cinny or find PaperHands.RIP.
Yeah, I mean, here's the positives about it: the DAO's royalties increase, and then reduction of paper hands. And every NFT project wants that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a no-brainer to me.
I want that for some projects that I already hold.
Right. Well, a little late.
So too late now. The next one we want to cover is Ugly Cats. And Ugly Cats, it's not an NFT you can buy yet.
Nope. Hasn't minted.
And they're also the founders, I think, of Stone Foxes.
Yes.
But what we have is Ugly Daddy and Hissocat. And they are what I would call partnership and marketing gurus, but they're definitely database expert too. Ugly Daddy is a programmer and pretty sharp, and they've built some things they call stacking.
Right. It's a different type of staking.
Yeah.
And, oh boy, let's see here. Normally, there's two types of staking. There's hard staking, cold staking. Hard staking is when you give up your custody of your NFT and it goes somewhere and then it earns some type of reward over time. Okay. Then cold staking, or soft staking, soft staking is when you prove by using your wallet that you have them to a website, and then it goes, okay, we record this wallet with these NFT token addresses, and then all of a sudden you start earning coins or whatever over a time period.
Right.
Okay? Now what they've done is they've done stacking, okay, which is, we're going to have to use the Angry Sharks example to explain this.
The databasing of what is staked, and that may be soft or hard staked, but that would be with the NFT boss or NFT founder or the NFT team. Ugly Cats does not hold the NFTs.
No.
They track them. So you stake them by stacking in their database.
Right.
The information about the NFTs, and you may send the NFTs to a wallet holder. That's what we did with Angry Sharks, is sent it to the wallet holder that is the NFT boss or founder that wants them staked. But it offers a bunch of reward value that NFT bosses don't have to build, that they already have, that they can build coins, tokenomics, some gaming, and some store purchase type stuff. And
right.
You and I have both already benefited from the Angry Sharks doing that.
Yes. And what Ugly Cats does that's different than everybody else with their staking is that they're using Discord for this.
Yes.
They're not creating a website. They're not creating like another third-party entity on the metaverse or the internet anywhere. They're just using Discord, and you use a / command stake.
Economic system that they built for Discord, and I think it's the first one like that. It says that on their roadmap, but I haven't seen anything like it. And it's pretty sweet. I got a half a soul back for really doing nothing.
Me too.
By having them staked. You too. And I got some NFTs. I got 3 different NFTs that I didn't have before. But the system itself is something that can be easily implemented, so other NFTs can have those qualities as well.
Right. So if you're an NFT project that's starting out and you don't want the big expense of paying for a staking program like Floppy Labs that just launched, and I'm not saying that they're expensive. I'm just saying that if you just want to keep costs low in the beginning, what you can do is you can use Ugly Cats as the database, and tracking. And then as the NFT project, you'd be the custodian if you wanted to hard stake it. And so that's how Angry Sharks did it. And I think it's great. It worked really well. I mean,
and PaperHands.RIP is working on a vault as well that would go pretty well with that.
Yeah. Oh, the staking. Yeah. And so, but with that, we get Shark Coin, and that's the tokenomics. So, I get like 330, I think, coins a day based off of my 56, 57, whatever it is, probably 56 or 55 sharks. And so there's some things that you can do. They do like a daily. If you go onto their Discord, you do /daily, then you'll get like 5 coins or whatever.
And there's little random games too, where you can, if you want to mine some of those coins,
right?
You can roll dice.
Pick a number.
Pick a number. I know there's dig. Just dig me up some coins.
Right.
And you can run some commands and mine some coins and some different games and things like that.
And they limit you on a daily basis, so you just don't sit there for 15 hours, racking up all these coins.
And if you have things staked and stacked in the database,
right,
then you don't have to come back every day and play with this thing. You can come back every now and then and claim and check your balance and see what you have and see what's in the store to see if you want to, like in our case, each buy half a soul, and I'll probably get to up to where I can buy a whole soul at some point. And it's just basically residual income coming on back.
Get free mint on an Ugly Cat. There's a free whitelisting. You and I are Ugly Cat.
Golden.
We're
Golden Club,
Golden members. Or
so you get to that level, and you get a little bit of extra coin and extra access to some things. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Ugly Golden Club. There we go. That's what I wanted to make sure we said right.
And you can buy your way into those benefits with coin.
Right. Yeah. And it's just what I find interesting is that I go on there every day. I dig every day. So and if I don't, I'm usually at a travel ball baseball tournament, but I dig and I claim and I do all that stuff every day, and I just see what I
get there
store.
Quicker.
You just get there quicker, but they have the store there on stuff that I want to get. So I mean, I want to get that. I want to get.
Doesn't take a lot of time to do those things either. I usually just go in every day or 2 days, go do that, hit my 10 digs on the Sharks, 20 digs in the Golden Club,
right?
And sometimes that's like 50.
You know what? I think I just figured out what you guys are doing. They are going to set this up. So if you're an NFT project, they'll have the database set up for you.
Yeah.
And then, because what makes an NFT project really successful is having every member come back every day.
When you think about the ones that rug or the ones that just fizzle out.
Yeah. Well, they lose momentum.
The community gets lost because there isn't anything of value for them to do. Right. Now, for some people, that's chatting. And that's fine. I like to get on there and chat every now and then on some of the servers for sure. But if I'm coming back to do something productive that provides a little passive income, gives me a little bit more coin to do something in their store, or that's fun for me too. When they have all those things, a little bit of gambling with the coins, right. When they have all of those things, the projects. I
really hope that's what you guys are doing with this, because that's a huge utility.
The projects will pay closer attention. The people that minted in the projects will come back if there's something to come back about that.
If you guys take those databases and you can import them or distribute them to these NFT project discords, you guys can charge a lot of money for that.
Well, we've had fun playing with it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just looking at my own activity, and I'm busy, and I've got tons of projects, but I'm always hitting that every day.
And now I want to see what they do with Stone Foxes, which is a little edgier conversation in there, and but I would say stoner friendly.
Yeah,
there's lots of.
I can't wait for Stone Foxes to come out and reveal what they're going to be doing. I did see the store sheet; they're selling NFTs in there, but I think there's going to be more. I just feel like that's like a teaser.
Yeah, I think so. So we want to talk about RadRugs. This is a pretty exciting utility project. It's a working application right now, and it covers something that most people that have invested in NFTs have experienced: rug pulls.
Rug pulls.
Rug pulls.
It's why this project got together. I love this project. Let me talk about this project. RadRugs, I discovered probably about a month ago, and what I do is I hit it first thing in the morning, and right before I go to bed. And at work, I probably hit it about 3 or 4 times throughout the day. And the reason why I do that is because there is a lot of content in the alpha chat, the alpha calls. There's a lot of good alpha calls. I mean,
You're hitting the Discord?
I'm on the Discord. It is absolutely amazing. I used to be a stockbroker in the late 90s, and we would read Investors Business Daily. It beat out Wall Street Journal, and you'd read it every day, right? This is something, if you're in an NFTs, you need to read RadRugs Discord every day. It has all sorts of stuff. And my favorite is the rugs, it's called rug warnings. Yeah. And they just posted one today that I want to share with you. And this is really important because this one, not this actual one got me, but when I first started NFTs, probably about 8 months ago, me and my brother we got rugged on this exact type of rug warning that they give here. It's on D People. And
this is the stolen artwork thing.
Yeah, what they did is it's originally on the Ethereum blockchain, and this person's is going to mint in the next couple of days, this NFT project. They stole all the artwork, and they're trying to put it on the Solana blockchain here. And we get this rug warning here, and I know not to mint this. This is very important because Bulldog Billionaires, me and my brother were at the mint on that, and we couldn't mint because they had bots and it sold out. They opened up 5 minutes before 6 and they didn't tell anyone. And then all these mint bots bought them all up. Well, I was new. I ended up on OpenSea and I was seeing, oh, hey, they're on sale for OpenSea. Well, it was a Solana project. And at that time, OpenSea didn't have Solana. And we ended up buying like 3 or 4. And then I was on the Discord and they're like, this isn't a Ethereum project. And we're like, what? And that's how I found out that. And, to be honest with you, they're still on OpenSea, the fake ones. But anyway, I go onto RadRugs all the time. I own 4 of them.
Now, that's not the software.
No, that's not the software. No, this project is, it's going to be really big. And
intense, comprehensive reports on NFT projects. So, a lot of pre-mints and a lot of post-mints where these guys go deeply analyze the NFT. They analyze the owners. They analyze the founders.
Yep.
Doxed or doxed in a doxing system. They analyze utility. They analyze artwork. They analyze all of the different factors about an NFT, and they grade those as whether they're likely to be a rug or not.
Right. And this is what I do is I go on there and I read those reviews when they do that. I mean, there's projects I know I'm not going to mint, but I still read them just to stay on top of it. And then if they take off, I'm like, well, there's one. Whoop, there's another one. But it's really important because I need to get the feel about how these guys are rating this stuff. And they're doing a really, really, really good job. Yeah. And for me, I like to learn. And I am learning a ton from RadRugs. It is just, I'm a Twitter rater on there. That's the role I chose to get on there every time there's a tweet. I'm tweeting that thing up.
Now, it doesn't give values, but I kind of equate it to almost like Kelly Blue Book is to cars. This is to NFTs. You go check out the value, whether that be the psychological value, utility value, and how these guys that are experts rate them. But you have to have 3 RadRugs, right, to use it?
Yes. And so the roadmap, the project has progressed to where now you're staking the RadRugs. They have 5,555.
Still available on ME.
Yep. And the floor price right now is about 1.1. It minted at 0.33, so it's almost 4x'd. And here's the thing: is that when you get 3, you now are what they would call the DAO member. So you get 3 of those, and then by just having 3, you have the ability to go on app.radrugs.io and then connect your wallet to show that you had 3. And then it'll give you every review they've ever done. They've done over 417 NFT project reviews. Yeah. And this is the project.
You get to click deeper by connecting with your RadRugs NFTs. You might be able to see a listing and how they've rated it, but if you really want to know more about it, when you click on it, that requires you own these.
Right. They're basically basically giving you like a consumer reports on the ins and the outs of this NFT project. They're rating it kind of like a personality test when you get in there. It's kind of like it has these different, quadrants where depending upon how much they give the value to the utility or the artwork. Or
if you want to hedge your bet on your NFT investments, it would be nice to screen them through this.
Yeah. For me, I feel like RadRugs is kind of like a news channel, giving me all the information and then letting me decide how I'm going to apply it. I mean,
I read it and I'm like, I like that one.
Yeah.
And I may read others and they weren't rugs. They were well rated, and that one's not for me.
Right. And all the projects that are reviewed request RadRugs to review them. And there's a little cost to it. Don't hold me to this. It was like $650 for a certain package or something like that. But and that may have changed because they're real popular right now. And what they do is such a great job is that if you get your project reviewed by RadRugs, then you're getting the whole RadRugs community looking at your project. And you got some guys in this RadRugs that are ballers. We're talking, they probably have 30 to 300 souls sitting in their wallets looking for good projects. So if you're legit, you want to go through RadRugs.
The not little whales out there would be watching something like this.
Yes. And so I'm just happy that I discovered this through a mutual friend. And I'm staking. So what's happened now is that you have to stake your 3 RadRugs and you get what's called SafeCoin.
Yep.
And so if you divide the 5,555 tokens by 3, that's like 1,651 total people can be a DAO person. But I know there's whales out there that have 50 and 60 of these RadRugs because they were buying them back in when they minted. And so, but what's really interesting is you're like, well, then how am I going to be able to get and look at these reviews? Well, the SafeCoin is going to allow anybody to buy some Safe. They're going to have a subscription service. And so the tokenomics on these SafeCoins and the future is going to be huge. SafeCoin it now has a utility. A lot of NFT projects issue a coin and there's no utility behind it on what's going to drive the price up. The subscription service at RadRugs on seeing the reviews is going to drive the SafeCoin up. And
massively useful utility right now that this coin will drive. So if you don't already have 3 RadRugs, you'll see that by spending these coins. And people who have RadRugs, who have staked them, we got an airdrop for having a certain number of RadRugs. I see in my wallet automatically deposited 405 SafeCoins.
And that's because you got 135 per rug.
Yeah.
And so the thing is a subscription service is not available as of yet.
100 per rug. I have 4.
Right. And so the thing is the subscription will come out after the IDO, the initial DEX offering, and I believe that's on Radium. They're going to be listing these SafeCoins, and I'm going to go out and I'll probably spend about $200 purchasing Safe right after the IDO off of Radium, just because I know that this coin, it's not going to take 6-7 years for it to hit $10 a coin. This thing's going to go because it actually has a utility behind the coin besides what RadRugs does.
And not just any utility, like something massively valuable in the NFT world, real information to keep yourself from wasting money on rug pulls.
Oh man, and not only that, I see some things that they're going to be doing. There's chatter. I'm in all the chats. I'm in the alpha chat. I'm in the general chat. I mean, and when I see like, oh, there's more to get in here, is they're going to be adding more and more and more utility into this project, which is going to add to the value of everything. And I can't wait. I really can't. I mean, they are slaughtering. Like I looked at Q2 for 2022, and they are smashing that roadmap. And they're just on top of it. They know what they're doing. They're competent. They're professionals. I can't say anything more about RadRugs other than I'm all in. I'm all in with these guys, and I actually have my snipe bot, set at a certain price. I want to get up to about 20 myself, but we'll see. And the floor price is holding, fortunately and unfortunately for me, because I seriously want like 20 of these RadRugs. I got 4, but I may have to just dig into my wallet a little more and just say, darn it, and just get to the other 16 and just say, all right, it's worth it. It's worth it.
It would still be a boom chow.
What's that?
It would still be a boom chow.
Oh, dude. Boom chow, my gosh. RadRugs gets a big, super duper boom chow.
Right on.